today should be the last day of actually finishing up our planting season. So there's about, give or take, because there's a little bit on one field that's done, we probably have about 300 acres, probably less than 300 acres to do. Between the two drills, it's not going to be that hard. So what we're planning on doing is his drill, which is a 600 bud with the scales, and it's noisy. There you go. Yeah, that thing needs a tune-up. All right. So he's going to run up the fuel truck to his, get some fuel. I'm going to run the semi up, put some fuel in, and then we're going to go to mine, do the same thing. I'm going to run the 5 1/4 bud today, and then I'm going to finish out with 5 1/4. We'll park the 5 1/4. He'll finish out with the 600 bud because he's got scales on his cart, and it's easier to figure out what we need to put in to finish out the rest of the acres. So it's kind of a guessing game. To figure out how much seed to put in your drill to finish out. You don't want to put a ton in there because then you got to take it back out, but you also don't want to put too little because otherwise you just got to keep adding. All right, we're back here at the drill. Just pulled up. Let's engage this. The detent doesn't work in this valve body, so you got to use a strap to hold it open to keep the auger going. Something happened to it. And yes, I am too lazy to fix it. All right, we're gonna pull from hopper 2. Okay. Now he was almost out of seed. Still has some fertilizer. We got about 150 acres on this side and about 100 on that side. So I'm gonna jump across the road. I'll finish that, and then I'll come over here and I'll seed what I have left. And when I run out of seed, then I'll make a spot. I'll move over and I'll just start putting fertilizer in the field just to get rid of it out of this drill. That way we don't have to clean it out, auger back out of here into the truck. We'll just get this one cleaned out. We'll finish with the other one. But we're making progress. Light is at the end of the tunnel. And then hopefully lots of rain. And from my understanding, Nick should probably finish up the crop spraying tomorrow, maybe. And then we'll decide when we want to start hitting chem fallow. Nothing's really growing too much right now, so there's some, but it's nothing crazy. We might not hit it. Anyways, all right, stay tuned. I got it full. All right, we are done with that. There's just a tiny little bit of fertilizer left in the truck. No seed in the truck, but we're gonna need a little bit more probably to finish out, so that's okay. We can clean that out when we're ready to clean it out. But as of right now, I think we are good to go. Well, so far things are running pretty good. I just started down the field. I'm gonna work my way that direction. So to give you an idea, I'm going south, north, west, east. You get the idea. Other than that, bud's running great. 5 1/4 has always been a champ. This tractor is just old trusty. It's very simple to run, and brings back some good memories because I've spent a few hours in this tractor throughout the years. So it's kind of fun, except for one major problem. My AC compressor seized, and I don't have any AC, so it's gonna get a little hot and nasty in here for a little bit. So what I've been doing, and I just started, the dust is following me with the tractor. When I turn around, I open the door, get a little airflow, get to the other end of the field, shut the door, and then it starts getting a little nasty and hot in here, and then I just keep doing that. So just how it's gonna be.
We're on our last day. This is the second to the last field. When I finish this, I'll move over and we'll knock out. We got to go get a little bit of seed to kind of finish, so we don't have too much seed of it out of the bin. And it's always a little bit of a running back and forth to finish, but it'll be nice to be done. It's toward the end of April. It's dry, so we'll need rain to have it come up. So we'll see how long it sits in the ground until it sprouts. So, but I want to give you a little view from outside the door. Let me open up this. Gotta get ready to turn. So what I do is I have a little foot switch. It's on auto engage, auto guidance. So I just have to click it. Okay, we're off. I'm steering now. And so I just start turning when I get to about somewhere in this area. And then I'll raise it out of the ground. And then I'll hit the foot switch again and then set it in. And you just keep repeating that round after round after round and around. Yeah, it'll be really nice to be done. It's kind of a little nostalgic, you know, when you get on the last day and you look back and all those days kind of run together. It's kind of hard to separate some days from the other. You think about the different situations, the troubles, you know, the breakdowns, the little quirks and stuff that you had to work through, and then doing that process. And I was gonna get it. This, keep that full when you get on the bud, and it's empty when you leave. So it's eating lunch and keep it going. So monitor says everything's fine. It's been running fairly well. We needed to update one of the components in the system that is getting a little quirky. And so we have that one, but we're gonna just finish out this season. Other than that, just sitting in here, babysitting, drinking Java, Mr. Joe, in Mr. Bud, with Mr. Bob, and no Kobe. Yeah, he finally got old, like I said before, as far as wanting to really jump up on the tire and help out. He wants to go, but you know, if I park my pickup right alongside the field, leave the door open, put a little bottle of water, he'll just sit there, run around a little bit, smell, and then go back, lay in the shade, and sleep. Maybe that's what I do too. All right. We'll see when we get toward the end, and I'll show you the last little strip for 2026. Okay, I'm finishing up on this field that we're just a part of this last little segment video. I'm turning around here, and I'm going to show you what I really like about one of the things I like about this cart that is really nice. So as we go down here, as you can see, I'll get it lined up so that let's see, we'll get there. Okay, I hit to get on track. It's on track. Set it in the ground. Okay, we're seeding. Now, if you look over here, we're gonna seed back and finish it, but if you look, it's probably a third of the drill is all I need. Well, that means I'm gonna reseed in 2/3 of it. So, I'm gonna come over to this screen And I'm gonna shut off this side. So let's hit this up. Shut off. Okay, that's half the drill. Looks like about right, half the drill. We might go ahead and we'll just add one more on there. Okay, we're not gonna seed with 3 sections. This is 10 foot each section, so 30 feet. So 30 feet onto that 30 feet is 60 feet. And coming back, I have 70 feet. So that way I'm not overseeding. I'm not putting seed and fertilizer into a whole section of the drill that I've already seeded, because that's just double seeding, and that's, you know, just kind of wasting the seed and the fertilizer. So as you notice here, these outside runs, number 1, 2, and 3, the ones I shut off, they're saying, hey, no product, no product. And then these here are showing that they're over product. There's too much product, okay? So that way I know that it is shut off, and the others are seeding the same rate, but it's just saying that the whole drill is kind of off in the amount of product, total product going through, but they're all seeding. And so then when I get to the end, I'll turn it back on again, I'll seed the ends, and then I'll come back here, seed the other end, and then I'll finish the strip. Our other drill, we can't shut it off. We have to just, you know, seed over, and that ends up wasting seed and fertilizer. So, all right, just gonna show you that little feature. It's really nice to be able to control your the sectional control on this drill, and it works very well. All right, okay, you guys can go back to sleep again. I kind of woke up too. It's all right. It's a doozy.
All right, so I am pretty much out of seed, and you can see right up here, it starts to show that, hey, I'm not getting enough seed on certain runs. It's telling me, which is good because I want to run out of seed. But what I'm doing is I'm just literally going at an angle of the field. My dad's going this way. I'm just going to go this way. Keep going back and forth until I get all the seed and fertilizer out, which is like very little seed. The fertilizer, it's going to be probably a little bit. So the reason for is then he can come across and seed right over what I've put in the ground with fertilizer. Don't worry, it's working out. It's a weird method, but we're making it work. So anyways, I'll just keep going back and forth at an angle, and he'll start putting the rest of the crop in, and he'll finish it out this year.
All right, I'm waiting for him to finish. He's just going to be running out of seed when he gets to this end. Then I'm going to go ahead and take over, working my way that way, and he's going to clean out the rest of the fertilizer to seed across there, and then he's heading home with that drill. So we're done with one drill, and I'll be the next drill, Sergeant. Anyway, great sight, isn't it? Minus the dust. So he has one, two, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 6 to 7, and it's about 8.5 acres around. So like 3 or 4 rounds, 8, that's about 35 plus acres is what he's got seeded right there. And this field's 150, 60, and I got about 70, so I'll need about 50 more bushels before we finish. He'll go and put some more in that haul, and then he'll come over here when I run out. He's only got 200 feet left, and he's done for the 2026. And I've got 2 feet underneath me and a whole lot of footage that direction. It'll take probably 3 to 4 hours finally to finish. So probably about 5 o'clock I'll be heading back to the barn. All right, I'm gonna take over.
Oh boy, wide load coming down the road. Nice when you own the field next to the road. Then you just do this.
he might be done. I think he's going back because he's finished up, which means there's just one more drill out there running. I'm not sure how much he has left, but that's awesome. I think we're gonna finish today. Oh, it's good stuff. Finish and seed. It's always so good, every year, so good. It's like kind of that feeling when you worked hard at the end of the day and you climb in bed and you're just like, that's what it feels like when you finish the season. We're not quite there yet. Maybe later. I still got a lot of spring. I saw something. And no, it isn't the dry dirt that I saw, though that is very dry. Actually, let's take a look here. How's our seed doing? Sitting in dry dirt. There it is. Beautiful day. Oh, this is gorgeous. I could use a little more AC in my cab. It's just getting to that point where it's about 70 degrees Fahrenheit out and cab's starting to warm up. My AC is not real great, so I'll survive. All right, first thing, that came off the combine. May West Manufacturing, that's off the reel. And then this right here is what I saw. Looks like it's just a shank. I don't see anything else on it. That's a whole shank. That's crazy. The shovel bust off, and then it came off. Huh. All right, let's find a place for this thing. That should sit right there, along with my handy dandy grease gun.
Hydraulic oil, hose blue. Hopefully we can get through and get it back to the shop. But anyways, he ran out of seed. He's got a few more acres over here. I got a little bit of fertilizer left. I'm going to try to dump in him. He's going to try to use that up in the seed, and then we'll go from there. So, not good seeing a hydraulic leak. That's always fun. Just a hose, probably. Getting closer. Almost done seeding. He finished the field. I went to go help him wing it up so he can go into transport and head down the road, but that hydraulic hose that blew, well, it's not completely blown, but it's got a big break in it. It's just puking oil out, so we can't wing it up into transport. So what we're gonna do is, our farm is literally a mile and a half, yeah, a good mile and a half, 2 miles right over here. So we're just gonna road this thing wung out, just drive across the fields. Sadly, our neighbor, we're crossing his property right now, but I don't think he really minds too much. We talked about in the past, like, you're gonna cross our fields, go for it. And he's like, yeah, you can do the same. I'm like, okay, cool. All right, so hopefully that's still good. But yeah, it's just puking oil out. It's just not worth trying to waste more oil when we can just drive it home, and then at some point we'll fix that hose, and then we can wing it up and all that. But anyways, good to feel. It's a really good feeling to be done with planting for this year. Like I said, we're in a drought right now, so who knows? Who knows what we're gonna get for rain, or maybe we don't get much rain. But we definitely could use a drink. That things are dusty, things are dry. So keep praying for us, guys, and many others. There's a lot of people around the world that need moisture. So yeah, getting there. All right, that's a good feeling. Still got to fix the hose, but it's a good feeling.
All right, there we go. Finished. Seeding 2026 in the books. All done. Didn't do the most acres we've ever done, but we did some new acres we've never done. And this is the first year in a long time we've only done wheat, just spring wheat across the board. As it turns out, the way prices are, it might have been the good decision to make. But we'll see if we can grow the crop. Not looking good out there. It's not looking good. It's really dusty, really dry. Nothing in the forecast. A lot of seed sitting in dry dirt. Some's germinating right now. Some's sitting there just waiting for a drink. But with all that said, the 700 is back in the shop. Oh, sorry, back in the shed. And it's going to get washed. Hasn't been washed yet. Just fresh out of the field. Got disconnected from the pillar drill and pulled in here. We'll get that chain situation figured out. We're in talks with the company that makes them. They're talking to their engineers and stuff, see if we can get an idea of why these chains are failing. And two, I think we've got another option. We've got a US-based company that makes supposedly an even heavier chain that meets the same specs, but it's heavier and can withstand more. So we'll probably try one of those out. Anyways, that's interesting. I'm still running across the acres. I'm almost done spraying all the land that we've seeded. There's about 6,000 acres I got to spray, and I'm probably about 5,000 done. So we got one drill parked over here, 600's over here, a blue hydraulic hose right as I got into the yard. Not a great time to blow a hose on the drill, so they're gonna fix that. We got a lot of washing, cleaning, stuff to get put away. It's 75 degrees. I got a birthday party to go to tonight, and then in 2 days, we're taking off to go across mountains to the lake house to do a lot of work trip to get that place ready for vacation rentals this summer. And of course, the 1 or 2 times we get to use it too. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. God bless. Thank you for being a part of the spring seeding season. It's been an adventure. It was fun running the new drill. It's fun running the new bud. There's been some not so fun moments, but at the end of the day, it's all done. We're just waiting on some clouds to drop some wet stuff on us. So take care. Have a good one.